It's starting, we're on our 5-second leg. All right, we are live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Being 6:30 p.m., I will call to order the Personnel Committee meeting for the Village of Jackson for Thursday, January 18th, 2024. Roll call is taken. All members are in attendance. Item number 2 on the agenda is approval of minutes for the Personnel Committee meeting for December 12th, 2023. Looking for a motion to.
If there are no corrections, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the Personnel Committee meeting of December 12th of 2023.
Second.
We have a motion by Emmerich, second by Kripke. Any further discussion? If none, all in favor of saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 on the agenda is the intergovernmental agreement for building inspection services with the City of Hartford. Jen?
Happy to tee up the topic. We, at the village, have interest in entering into the shared building inspection services agreement with the City of Hartford for 2 reasons. One of which is it's a way to share the cost of such a service, and a service that would be supplemental to the existing inspection services we carry on our own through both Colin, and then administratively, we do have a part-timer to assist with management of paperwork. However, we do also have a sunsetting part-time employee that performs inspections for Colin as needed. We've tried to post a position part-time for the building inspection department, and as you can assume, over the course of, was it about a year or 2 that we had it posted, we had trouble receiving applications for it. We hope that by opening the job opportunity for more hours, sharing some of the costs for those hours with another community who also has a need for inspection services, it provides us a bigger opportunity or a greater chance to recruit such an employee. There's a draft contract also attached to the packet to consider tonight. The important part to review there is recognize that the Village of Jackson's the employer. The contract is meant to have us bill Hartford for hours that employee is working there, but they're going to receive pay from the village. So the employee gets paid from Jackson, and then we bill Hartford for some of those hours. We also receive 6.5% of I think it's 6.5% administrative fee. That fee is capturing both the time it takes staff to process that payroll, but also to take on any sort of workman's comp or liability. There's sort of those not direct costs, but still employer costs you're taking on to manage that person. And then everything else is split between 63 and 64, 35, 36%. Some of my math is further along in my notes. But just so you understand from a high level, there's benefits to sharing this employee for services that we haven't been able to recruit someone for in some time.
Any questions from the board or the committee?
I talked to Administrator Keller today. My only concern, I'm all for this. My concern is the hours again. If they get 30 or plus that we're paying into the retirement system, and it's, and at what time is Hartford gonna, say no because this person's an employee for the Village of Jackson? I'm all for the position and sharing the cost, and I'm more for giving a little bit more stipend money-wise hourly than I am for paying to get into the retirement system to get somebody here. I don't want to get involved in that for a part-time employee. But I'm for this 100%, but I just want that to be noted that, but with the WRS, if the hours go 30 plus.
Is this the only inspector that the City of Hartford would have, or do they have another full-time on staff over there?
They have essentially a full-time inspector there. That inspector essentially wants to have Fridays off and obviously wants to be able to enjoy their allotted vacation time or earned vacation time throughout the year. So they're essentially looking for coverage during that time away period for their current inspector.
So it's a supplement to them, kind of like it's a supplement to you here.
Correct.
Okay.
With the insurance, either one of you guys know, it says we shall maintain liability insurance. Is Hartford kicking in to pay some of that too? Or is that just on the village?
That was a part of that 6.5% administrative fee that I was speaking to. So they're kicking in.
Any other questions or discussions? I'm assuming you're looking for a motion to push this forward to village board, correct?
I'll make a motion to recommend the village board in the intergovernmental agreement for building inspection services with the city of Hartford.
I'll second. We have a motion by Kripke, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion?
I just have one more question. With the 66-34 split, how it's on Exhibit A on the paperwork here, do you think that 6.5 or whatever percent for the, whatever you're using for billing for Hartford for us taking this position, employee on, do you think it should be 34% of the insurance they should be paying? If they're paying, if we're splitting this 66-34, should Hartford be paying 34% of the insurance that we're gonna have for this employee? Any other costs that are related to that employee?
So the way that we have it written is that 34% of the direct costs for salary, taxes, dues, training, 34% of those costs is what Hartford pays. We would apply a 6.5% fee on top of that whole to provide money back to us. We don't necessarily divvy out liability insurance on a per employee basis. We have a general way of calculating that out with Darlene at budgeting time, where we account for, funds to share it. The general fund, there's one account that's an admin that we pay. You don't see it in police department or building inspection or anyone else. So I would say, generally speaking, I don't know what the number will be for one part-time employee. I can imagine it's really limited because that employee is a part-time hourly. So if something happens to them, they're out the wages they would have made for either 20 hours a week or 10 hours a week at the other community. I think it benefits us a lot to be the employer, I guess is what I'm saying.
Any other questions, comments? If not, all in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4 on the agenda are citizens or village staff to address the Personnel Committee. Anybody wishing to speak? Seeing none, I'd be looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion by Kripke, second by Emmerich to adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.